If you're over 70 and waking up multiple times a night to urinate, you're not alone, and more importantly, you are not broken. Millions of older adults experience this every night. You fall asleep, only to wake again an hour or two later. Then again, and again. By morning, you feel drained, foggy, and frustrated before the day even begins. For many people, nighttime urination, medically known as nocturia, feels like an unavoidable consequence of aging. Doctors may say, this just happens as you get older. Friends normalize it. Family members dismiss it. But here's what most people are never told. According to urologists and specialists in geriatric and herbal medicine, frequent nighttime urination is often not permanent, and in many cases, it is not inevitable. Very often, the bladder is not failing. It is inflamed, irritated, overstimulated, or simply out of rhythm with your body's natural sleep cycle. As we age, subtle changes occur. Bladder muscles weaken. The prostate may enlarge. Kidney filtration timing shifts. Inflammation quietly builds. The nervous system becomes more sensitive. None of these mean your body is beyond help. In fact, many of these issues respond best not to stronger medications, but to gentle, consistent support. Today, you're going to learn about 5 clinically supported herbal teas that have been used by older adults for decades to calm the bladder, support kidney balance, and reduce nighttime bathroom trips, naturally. These teas are not harsh. They are not stimulants. They do not force your body to do anything. Instead, they work by relaxing bladder muscles, reducing inflammation in the urinary tract, supporting healthy prostate function, helping the kidneys release fluids earlier in the day, calming the nervous system so the bladder can rest at night. These teas are affordable, accessible, and widely recommended by practitioners who specialize in aging-related urinary health. Many seniors who use them report fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper, uninterrupted sleep, less urgency and pressure, improved energy during the day, greater confidence and independence. And here's something important. This video is not about drinking more liquids at night. It's about drinking the right teas at the right times so your body can relearn its natural rhythm. Stay with me until the end, because the 5th tea is something you may already have in your kitchen, and research shows it can significantly reduce inflammation in both the bladder and the prostate. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. Let's begin. Pumpkin seed tea is widely regarded as one of the most effective and safest natural remedies for nighttime urination in older adults. It has been used for decades in both clinical settings and traditional medicine, particularly for individuals experiencing bladder weakness, urgency, or prostate-related pressure. Many urologists recommend pumpkin seed extract or pumpkin seed-based remedies for men and women over 70 because of their unique ability to strengthen bladder muscles while simultaneously reducing inflammation. This dual action is especially important in older age, when bladder control issues are rarely caused by just one factor. Pumpkin seeds contain phytosterols, naturally occurring plant compounds that have been shown in multiple studies to help reduce swelling in the urinary tract. These compounds are particularly beneficial for men with age-related prostate enlargement, a common condition that places constant pressure on the bladder and increases nighttime urination. When prostate swelling decreases, even slightly, the bladder is able to empty more fully and hold urine more comfortably through the night. This alone can significantly reduce the number of times you wake up to use the bathroom. But pumpkin seed tea is not only helpful for men. For women, pumpkin seeds support pelvic floor strength and bladder tone, 2 factors that naturally decline with age. When the bladder wall becomes weaker or overly sensitive, even small amounts of urine can trigger urgency. Pumpkin seed tea helps restore balance by gently supporting the muscles that control urine flow. Another key reason pumpkin seed tea is so effective is its high magnesium content. Magnesium plays a critical role in muscle relaxation throughout the body, including the bladder. Many older adults are unknowingly deficient in magnesium, which can lead to bladder spasms. These spasms are responsible for the sudden, intense urge to urinate that interrupts sleep without warning. When magnesium levels improve, the bladder becomes calmer, less reactive, and more capable of holding urine steadily through the night. Over time, as inflammation decreases and muscle tone improves, the bladder no longer sends false emergency signals to the brain. How to prepare pumpkin seed tea. Preparing pumpkin seed tea is simple and inexpensive. Use 1 tablespoon of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. Lightly crush or grind them to release their nutrients. Add them to hot water and steep for about 15 minutes. Strain before drinking. For best results, drink 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup about 3 hours before bedtime. Avoid drinking it immediately before bed. Giving your body time to absorb the nutrients helps regulate urine production earlier in the evening rather than during the night. Many seniors begin to notice subtle improvements within just a few days, such as fewer urgent sensations or longer stretches of uninterrupted sleep. More significant changes often occur after 1 to 2 weeks of consistent use. The benefits go beyond bladder control. When nighttime sleep improves, many older adults experience better mood stability, clearer thinking and memory, a less daytime fatigue, improved balance and coordination, greater emotional resilience. Chronic sleep disruption can quietly affect mental clarity and emotional well-being, especially in older age. Restoring deeper sleep can feel like getting a part of yourself back. Pumpkin seed tea is also gentle on the stomach, caffeine-free, and unlikely to interfere with medications when used responsibly. Unlike synthetic bladder medications, it does not cause dry mouth, dizziness, or confusion, side effects that are especially concerning for seniors. It works by supporting your body's natural systems rather than forcing an artificial response. For many older adults, pumpkin seed tea becomes the foundation of a calmer nighttime routine. It addresses the root causes, muscle weakness, inflammation, and nervous system overstimulation, rather than simply masking symptoms. If you were to start with just one natural step toward fewer nighttime bathroom trips, pumpkin seed tea is often the most reliable place to begin. It is simple, it is accessible, and for many, it quietly restores peaceful nights, 1 cup at a time. Horsetail tea has been used for centuries in traditional European and Asian medicine as a natural support for bladder strength, urinary control, and kidney filtration. Long before modern medications existed, healers relied on horsetail to help aging bodies regain steadiness and balance in the urinary system. One of the biggest yet least discussed reasons nighttime urination increases after 70 is muscle weakening, not just in the legs or arms, but in the bladder itself. As bladder muscles lose tone, they become overly sensitive. Even small amounts of urine can trigger urgency. This leads to frequent nighttime bathroom trips, sudden urges without warning, leaks or dribbling, incomplete emptying. Horsetail tea works differently from quick-fix solutions. It does not numb the bladder or force urine retention. Instead, it gradually strengthens the tissue that supports bladder control, allowing your body to function more naturally again. The key compound in horsetail is silica, a mineral essential for connective tissue repair. Silica plays a crucial role in collagen formation, which keeps the bladder wall strong, elastic, and resilient. When the bladder wall becomes healthier and more flexible, it can stretch comfortably as it fills. Hold urine longer without discomfort. Send fewer false urgency signals. Empty more completely during the day. This is especially important for older adults because stiff or irritated bladder tissue tends to overreact, waking you up even when the bladder is not truly full. Horsetail also offers mild anti-inflammatory support, which benefits both men and women. For men, it can help reduce irritation associated with prostate pressure. For women, it soothes the bladder lining, which often becomes thinner and more sensitive with age. Another overlooked benefit of Horsetail tea is its ability to support kidney filtration efficiency. Healthy kidneys release fluids more effectively during the daytime. When this process is disrupted, as it often is in older age, the body compensates by pushing fluid elimination into the night. Horsetail gently encourages better daytime elimination, reducing nighttime bladder workload. This is why Horsetail tea is best consumed earlier in the day, not late at night. How to prepare Horsetail tea safely. Use 1 teaspoon of dried horsetail herb. Add to 1 cup of boiling water. Steep for 10 minutes. Strain before drinking. For best results, drink 1 cup in the morning. Drink a second cup before dinner. Avoid drinking Horsetail tea right before bedtime, as its mild diuretic effect can increase urination temporarily before the body adapts. Consistency matters more than quantity. Most seniors do not notice dramatic overnight changes, and that is a good sign. Horsetail is a steady, structural healer, not a stimulant. Improvements usually appear gradually over 1 to 2 weeks, including fewer nighttime awakenings, better bladder control during the day, reduced urgency, increased confidence when leaving the house. Many older adults describe Horsetail tea as restoring a sense of control they thought was permanently lost. There is also a psychological benefit worth mentioning. When your body responds to a natural, non-medicated solution, it reinforces trust in your own ability to heal. That confidence alone reduces anxiety, which itself can trigger bladder urgency. Horsetail tea does not overpower the body. It supports it quietly, patiently, and effectively. For seniors who prefer gentle progress over harsh intervention, Horsetail tea often becomes an essential part of their daily routine, helping them sleep longer, wake up stronger, and move through the day with greater assurance. Used correctly and consistently, Horsetail tea helps bring the urinary system back into balance, one calm, steady day at a time. Chamomile tea is widely known as a sleep aid, but its benefits for bladder health, especially in older adults, are often underestimated or completely overlooked. For many people over 70, nighttime urination is not caused solely by how much urine the bladder holds. Instead, it is driven by an overactive communication loop between the bladder and the nervous system. Even mild restlessness, anxiety, or subconscious stress can make the bladder more sensitive, triggering urgency when it is not truly full. Chamomile addresses this problem at its root. One of chamomile's key active compounds is apigenin, a natural flavonoid that binds to receptors in the brain responsible for relaxation and sleep regulation. Apigenin helps quiet excessive nerve signaling, which in turn reduces unnecessary muscle contractions in the bladder and urinary tract. When these smooth muscles relax, the bladder is better able to remain calm and stable throughout the night. This is especially important for older adults, because with age, the nervous system becomes more reactive. The bladder may respond to small changes in pressure as if they were emergencies. Chamomile helps interrupt this pattern by lowering nervous system sensitivity, allowing the bladder to rest rather than react. In addition to its calming neurological effects, chamomile also has natural anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic, low-grade inflammation in the bladder wall can increase urgency and discomfort. Chamomile helps soothe this irritation, making the bladder less prone to sending false urgency signals. Another important benefit of chamomile tea is its ability to improve sleep depth. Many seniors technically sleep, but never enter deeper restorative stages of sleep. Light sleep makes it easier for minor bladder sensations to wake you. Chamomile promotes deeper sleep cycles, which means your brain is less likely to respond to small bladder signals during the night. This is why some people find that chamomile reduces nighttime urination even without directly affecting urine volume. The bladder may still fill slowly, but the body stays asleep. How to use chamomile tea effectively? Drink 1 cup of chamomile tea. Consume it 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Use a high-quality chamomile flower tea, not artificial flavoring. Avoid adding caffeine or sugar, as these can counteract the calming effect. For many older adults, chamomile works best when used consistently, as part of a calming nighttime routine. Pairing the tea with dim lighting, gentle breathing, or quiet reading further reinforces its effectiveness. Some seniors notice improvement on the first night. For others, benefits build gradually over several evenings. The most commonly reported improvements include fewer nighttime awakenings, reduced urgency when waking, easier return to sleep, deeper, more refreshing rest, less nighttime anxiety. Chamomile tea is especially helpful for individuals who feel tense or restless at night, wake up just in case they need to urinate, have trouble falling back asleep after bathroom trips, experience stress-related bladder urgency. It is gentle, caffeine-free, and generally well tolerated by older adults. Unlike sleep medications, chamomile does not cause grogginess, confusion, or balance issues the next morning. For some people, chamomile alone is enough to significantly reduce nighttime urination, not by forcing the bladder to hold more urine, but by allowing the body to stay calm, relaxed, and asleep. When the mind rests, the bladder often follows. In many nighttime routines for older adults, chamomile tea becomes the quiet signal that the day is over and the body is safe to rest, helping restore peaceful nights naturally and reliably. This one often surprises people. Green tea is usually associated with energy, metabolism, or heart health, not bladder support. But when used correctly, decaffeinated green tea can play a meaningful role in reducing nighttime urination, particularly in older adults. The key lies not in stimulation, but in inflammation control. As we age, chronic low-grade inflammation becomes more common throughout the body, including in the bladder and prostate. This inflammation increases tissue sensitivity and swelling, making the bladder feel fuller than it actually is and triggering urgency during the night. Decaffeinated green tea contains catechins, a group of powerful antioxidants, most notably EGCG, that have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory properties. Research shows that these compounds help reduce inflammatory signaling in bladder tissue, calm overactive nerve responses connected to urination, improve blood flow to urinary organs, support healthier prostate tissue in men. Several studies examining older populations have linked green tea consumption to improved urinary flow and reduced prostate-related urinary urgency. While it is not a cure, it supports the bladder environment so that irritation decreases and control improves. For men, this can mean less pressure from prostate swelling. For women, it can mean a calmer bladder lining and fewer urgency signals. The reason decaffeinated green tea is essential cannot be overstated. Caffeine is a known bladder stimulant. It increases urine production and irritates the bladder wall, exactly what we want to avoid when trying to reduce nighttime urination. Decaffeinated green tea retains the beneficial catechins while removing most of the caffeine, making it far more suitable for bladder-sensitive individuals. How and when to use decaffeinated green tea. Choose a true decaffeinated green tea, not low caffeine. Drink 1 cup earlier in the day or mid-afternoon. Avoid drinking it in the evening or close to bedtime. Timing matters. Drinking it earlier allows your body to absorb the anti-inflammatory compounds during the day, when the kidneys are naturally more active. This helps reduce irritation before nighttime begins. Many seniors already keep green tea in their kitchen, unaware that when used correctly, it can quietly support urinary health. Some older adults report that after consistent use, nighttime urgency becomes less intense. Bathroom trips decrease in frequency. Daytime urine flow feels more complete. Bladder discomfort gradually fades. One of the strengths of decaffeinated green tea is its compatibility with other bladder-supporting habits. It does not conflict with pumpkin seed tea, chamomile, or dietary changes when used appropriately. It is also gentle, widely tolerated, and familiar, qualities that matter greatly for older adults who want reliable routines without complexity. Green tea does not force immediate changes. Instead, it creates an environment in which the bladder and prostate can gradually calm down and function more smoothly. For many people, this tea becomes the quiet background support that helps all the other improvements work better. And because it is something many seniors already own, it is often the easiest addition to make, yet one of the most underestimated. When inflammation decreases, urgency decreases. When urgency decreases, sleep improves. That is the real value of decaffeinated green tea when it comes to nighttime bladder control. Waking up at night to urinate is not a failure of aging, and it is not something you should feel embarrassed about or resigned to accept. For many older adults, nighttime urination is simply a message from the body, not a diagnosis. It often means the bladder is overstimulated, inflamed, or out of balance, not broken or beyond repair. And most importantly, it does not always require stronger medication. Medications can sometimes mask symptoms, but they often come with side effects: dry mouth, dizziness, confusion, or increased fall risk that are especially concerning later in life. What many people truly need is calm, consistency, and gentle support. By using the right teas at the right times, you are not forcing your body to do anything unnatural. You are helping it return to a rhythm it already knows. You are calming bladder muscles, reducing inflammation, supporting kidney timing, relaxing the nervous system, encouraging deeper sleep cycles. And when sleep improves, even slightly, everything else begins to improve with it. Better sleep leads to better energy. Better energy leads to better balance, clearer thinking, and steadier moods. And better health restores confidence in your body and in yourself. Small changes practiced daily often create the biggest transformations. You do not need to try all 5 teas at once. Many people begin with just one, often pumpkin seed or chamomile, and build from there. Consistency matters far more than speed. Give your body time, give it patience, and allow it to respond at its own pace. If this video helped you, or if it gave you hope, please comment "sleep" below. That simple word helps others who are struggling find this information and feel less alone. And if you value calm, practical guidance for aging well, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel is dedicated to helping you protect your health quietly, gently, and intelligently, without fear or pressure. Tonight, as you prepare for rest, remember this: your body is not working against you. It is asking to be supported. May your sleep be deep. May your nights be uninterrupted. And may you wake with renewed strength, clarity, and peace. Thank you for spending this time with me.